All right, you guys. So I want to give you some anatomical information that should have been taught when we had those fifth or sixth grade reproductive videos and classes, and what they didn't tell you, and what the majority of people on this earth still do not know. And you will know if you Google clitoris and look at images, you will see that the clitoris has as much erectile tissue as the penis, but it's just internal. And so I'm going to play a video here at the end. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with the clitoral network, and then we will continue. All right, in this diagram, here's the vaginal opening. Here's the urethra. That's where the urine comes out. And this is the little button, the glands of the clitoris. So when you're looking at a woman's vulva, you'll see her vaginal opening. You may see the tiny pin of the urethral opening. You'll see the glands of the clitoris, and then all this will be pink tissue. What you will not see is the vagina, the bladder, the pubic bone, and you will not see the erectile tissue because it's internal. All of this erectile network, the shaft of the clitoris, the legs of the clitoris, and the vestibular bulbs are internal. The perineal sponge is internal, so you don't see that at all. But it's there. And this is from the book Women's Anatomy of Arousal. I highly recommend it. There's some very good tips here. How to touch the clitoris. For example, I'm going to read this first tip. It's super important. The outer lips are frequently ignored as a pleasure zone and mainly thought to be there to protect the delicate parts within. Guys, don't overlook them. You can play with those juicy vestibular bulbs from the yard, that is, to the outer surface of the outer lips. Another tip. You've all heard about how vitally important the clitoris is to female arousal. I applaud you for wanting to understand and attend to it. However, it's not a magic button that you can just press to get instant arousal or orgasm. The clit is sensitive, tiny, and tricky. Pleasing it and her properly is a delicate matter. For many women, the head of the clitoris is so sensitive that it can't be touched directly, or if so, only with great care. Remember, guys, this tissue is way more delicate than the tip of your tongue or fingertips. The clit sensitivity also changes as your partner's arousal level heats up. The hotter she is, the more likely it is that she'll want direct clitoral stimulation. Yet there can also come a time of extreme arousal when she becomes ultra-sensitive and less is more again. I warned you, the clit can be very tricky. So I highly recommend this book so you can look at the many diagrams and also notice the erectile tissue around the urethra. That's what some people say is the G-spot. And for all the many tips, it's a very good book. Here's a painting I bought on Etsy. That's a beautiful painting of the clitoris. And the only parts that you will see are the vaginal opening, the urethral opening, and the glands of the clitoris. The rest of it you do not see. You do not see the clitoral legs or the vestibular bulbs. They're all internal. It's all erectile tissue. As much erectile tissue as a penis has. And the nerves can go in and in many different directions. This is a beautiful painting. So And again, here's the book that I recommend. Okay, so I hope that has been helpful. And now that you understand what the whole clitoris is about, it's super important to not go right for the glands. I highly recommend that you get this book. It can explain everything really well, and you can think about it, experiment with your woman. Women, you can experiment on yourselves. And I think this book is really good for women because it makes us realize that, oh, no wonder I didn't like how he touched me. No wonder I always felt like it was too quick and it was too gropey and I wasn't turned on. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to like whatever the guy is doing, ladies. The key is, guys are only touching us the way that they know or what they think we like. And every guy who doesn't know about the clitoris is a guy that hasn't been taught by us. We as women are responsible for understanding our own bodies and communicating that to our partner. And also, I think videos like this are super important because a lot of women just don't know. I didn't even realize all this until my 50s. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I'm making a different version of this video for my Just for Fans subscribers because on them I'm going to actually do an actual demonstration on myself. So any of you guys interested in finding me on Just for Fans, you have to subscribe to Just for Fans, and then you can go on there and look for me and you can find me. So to summarize this video, the clitoris has as much erectile tissue as the penis, except that it's internal. No woman is going to like it when you make a beeline for the glands of the clitoris. It feels gropey and off-putting, and it's just no. And you can learn how to be clitorate by picking up that book. That book is an excellent primer, and I hope that you will all read it, and thank you so much for watching my video.